Hello friends and welcome to my channel. I forgot to hit record. So we're starting off in the middle of this plan with me. Today I'm planning out the week of February 20th through the 26th using this really old Scribble Prints Co magic kit. It was drawn by Jkruuu Plans and I actually have two of these. Thank goodness, or I would not have been able to make this spread work, but I was so happy to be able to finally use this spread. And then I have this foil bundle from Pixie Co that I am pulling in to match, as well as this bottom washi from Alicia Crafts. So as we're off on a mistake of this video, let's just talk about some other mistakes that are going to happen with this plan with me. I had some undo. I was supposed to put another extender on Monday and there was just an undo mess. And then I formatted my scripts and sent them off to Hannah of Plannahannah to be formatted or to be foiled rather. And like a dum-dum, I sent Hannah the wrong font. I debated between the font that I had done them in and the font I accidentally sent her for a long time, so I did like both fonts. Apparently, I was just meant to use this one font, but the only really annoying thing about this font, turns out, is that it doesn't have the lowercase letter Z. So on Thursday, when I wrote organize my gym and then sent her the wrong font, it has a really weird Z that doesn't match anything. And then on top of that, I totally left out something on like the scripts that I needed to be made. I forgot to put in Starbucks. So I just grabbed one from my collection, which is really annoying because there's just one script in this entire spread that's different. So, all that to be said, for all the things that went wrong and happened and everything, and this being an older kit format, and therefore not having all the luxurious things of the new format that we are all used to, know, and love, I absolutely love how this spread came out. Sorry, I was just adjusting on the couch if you heard any of that. But I love and adore how this spread came out. It is just wonderful, magical, amazing. So, a few things. I've been getting questions randomly about sticky essentials, and y'all, I don't know. She's closed. Delilah and I are not friends anymore, so please stop asking me. I really don't know what's going on, and I'm also not going to talk about like why she and I aren't friends anymore. Okay. So what else happened this week? This was the end of the Disney trip, which is why I am using this kit. The Disney trip I took with my friend Jessica. If you want to see the beginning part of the trip, I can link that video. I'm pretty sure it's going to be the video on my channel right before this one. But it was really fun. Monday was the last day in the parks, and then Tuesday was like the travel home day. And for the most part, Monday was really fun. We did a lot of stuff in the parks that we don't usually do or that I haven't done before, which is fun. But then at the end of the night, I'm not gonna lie, I was mad annoyed, like crazy annoyed, and Jessica knows I was crazy annoyed. Her brother wanted us to go gallivanting off looking for something, and like, long story short, we couldn't find it, and not only could we not find it, but it was like we were at Magic Kingdom and we had to get to Disney Springs, and we thought it was one bus, and then it ended up being two buses, and then we also thought the buses dropped us off right next to the store, and they didn't. So we had to literally go all the way across Disney Springs, and mind you, I didn't want to do this anyways, and then we had issues finding the item when we were there, and I just didn't want to be there, and I was just so annoyed, so I definitely had to mark that. I was honestly just being a drama queen, and also just bitter that it was our last night, and kind of not wanting to return to reality, but then also I really missed my own bed and my dog Lucy, who is currently sleeping right next to me as I record this voiceover. Oh yes, she just turned to look at me. She's like, "Mommy, I know you're talking about me to your planner friends." So that was kind of how we ended the trip. The airport the next morning was a disaster. I don't know why the Orlando airport is horrendous, torturous, like almost as bad as going to the dentist for me, which if you know, you know, is the Orlando airport gives me so much stress and anxiety. And like we even did this like past the line thing, and it still took us like over a half an hour to get through security. It was just like nuts. I cannot stand that airport. If you know, you know. Also, those date numbers are from A Glittery Life Plans, my friend Trisha's shop. Love you, Trisha. I don't know if Trisha watches my Plan With Me's or not. But either way, getting into Monday, I talked about this last week. I marked the wrong video. It's supposed to be my 2022 favorites, but I actually marked my February kit lineup. I just switched the weeks. Then I put in it was President's Day. I wouldn't usually mark this except for we did certain things in the park just because we never do them, and it was President's Day, so it felt like a great excuse. Also had to cover up the white like logos, which I haven't done in a long time. And then I did my makeup. We went to Magic Kingdom that day, which was, you know, of course, we had to spend our last day in Magic Kingdom. Then this was the day I got my dog Lucy's silhouette drawn. So this is actually a Bridgerton sticker, but I can't think of where it's from off the top of my head. I am terrible. But yeah, and I just thought it worked. It's like the closest thing I had to that. And then I marked getting Starbucks, and that is the script I forgot. So luckily I had one in my stash. Then we did the Hall of Presidents, which is something I've never done. And honestly, it is way cooler than I ever expected it to be. I recommend doing it at least once in your lifetime. And then we went on Space Mountain, which is just a classic. And then the People Mover, which I just love and adore. And then we did Mine Train because it was our last day there, so we had to do all the bankers. Then we did like the Liberty boat around like Tom Sawyer's Island just because we never do it, and I had honestly never done it at Disney World. Then we did the Country Bear Jamboree, which I just love. All the guys who turned me on turned me down. If you know, you know. Then we rode the Haunted Mansion, and I just love that sticker from Jkruuu Plans Co. And then we got some popcorn because it is just my favorite snack. Like, we got it right before we had lunch at the Diamond Horseshoe, and as a vegetarian, I have to say I was skeptical of the Diamond Horseshoe, but it was actually pretty good. And the dessert was fantastic. Loved it. One of the best things I had the entire trip. Then we took a midday break to go back to the hotel and pack a little bit, which is very, very sad. Packing at the end of the trip is always bittersweet. Again, I missed my dog and my bed and my cat. And then we went back to the park and we got Dole Whip, and then we had to get popcorn one more time because we couldn't go without it. And then Pirates had been down and we had a fast pass for it, but it was finally back up. So we rode Pirates, and then we said goodbye to the castle. And then we went to Disney Springs, like I mentioned, and I put in that I was annoyed at Jess's brother. The sticker I used to mark going to Disney Springs is from No White Space Stickers. And then the Mickey is from Creativity and Ink. The Jack Sparrow's from Scribble Prints Co., which I forgot to mention. I am an affiliate for Scribble Prints Co., so you can use my code Rosey10 to save, and any other affiliate codes or anything I have for anybody, like Plan With Me stickers, Carly Plans, Plannahannah, will be linked down below. And there's a description box for easy access. Then on Tuesday, I put in that it was Mardi Gras because we happened to be staying at Port Orleans French Quarter. It was the day that we were leaving, but they had decorated the hotel overnight, so like I just wanted to mark it, and I thought that girl matched the colors of the spread really well. And then I marked that we flew home, well, separately, but we both went home this day. And then I marked that there was some Venmo drama that went down in my personal life. I used this little Pumpkin Paper Co girl that looked like she was on the Copper Tone bottle to mark that I had gotten incredibly tan on the trip. I realized I had a tan line from the tank tops I'd been wearing. Then I used this Teeny and Friends girl to mark that there's sirens. I'm sorry if you hear that. Oh my god, are they at my neighbor's house? One momento. Well, that was not what I expected when the sirens came. One of my neighbor's houses, the new construction was on fire. It's out now, but I digress. Back into this plan with me. I was tan like the Copper Tone baby. I lost 5 pounds, which who does that when they take a trip? I went grocery shopping because you just have to when you get home. I got all the Happy Mail because my neighbors have been collecting it. And, it's a week worth of mail. I had to call my oral surgeon because they called me during the trip and were like, LOL, he's going on vacay during your next appointment. You need to reschedule. Which was fun. Not really, but, we'll pretend. And then my mom made some yummy pasta. I unpacked, and I went to bed early. Moving into Wednesday, I slept in because Disney is exhausting. I'm like, the way I do Disney, exhausting. Then I watched this documentary about Mount Everest and an earthquake in the town nearby, so I just used an Expedition Everest sticker. My mom went home, and I did some more planning. Then while I was planning, I watched Oliver and Company because we have a dog named after a character in that movie, and it's one of my favorites. And then I also watched The Aristocats. Then I started watching The Last of Us this day. I haven't caught up yet, and I haven't finished it. I don't know. It seems kind of slow to me. I'm not loving it as much as everybody else. Am I weird? Probably. Then I marked that we had hail. We found out that the roof was probably damaged from hail, and turns out it is, and I need a new roof. So there's that. Here is a close-up on the very shiny silver foily. I don't know how I was trying to phrase that sentence. Here's a close-up of the first half of the week. There, I'll try to not be clever and creative. Moving into the second half of the week, I put that my Twilight Plan with me went live, which was like an unplanned hiatus, like right after that. I think I had one more video go live, maybe, potentially. And then I organized my gym, and then a guy came over to measure for the mirrors for the gym. I watched some Criminal Minds, and I planned because both the spread and especially the previous spread, it took me forever. And then I marked that I was really depressed. I get really bad post-vacation depression, and especially because it was decently cloudy here and gloomy, it just really threw me back into it. So I just used a sadness sticker from Odd Loop to mark that because I feel like her colors are so vibrant that she doesn't work with a lot of spreads, so now was the time. Then Friday, I used a Carly Plans heart makeup sticker to mark doing my makeup before work. I went to work, and I couldn't tell you anything about that shift because this was so long ago now. My bad, by the way. I'm filming this voiceover on Thursday, the 16th of March. Then I went to pick up my prescriptions, and Walgreens was like, surprise, we don't take your insurance after like however many years, so we can't give it to you. And I was really annoyed, so I had to go to like another pharmacy and try to get them to fill it, and it turned out to be this like whole thing. So then I put in that I was anxious AF because I only had like 2 or 3 days left of my medication before I needed this prescription, and it just gave me a lot of anxiety. Oddly enough, the prescription was for anxiety. So, yeah. Then I watched the Grey's Anatomy episode where Meredith left, so I just decided to mark it. Grey's Anatomy is losing me. I used to mark it every week, and now I don't really care to, but that was a pretty monumental episode, so I decided just to put it in. And then I played a bunch of Emoji Blitz, so I used a foil Tinkerbell from Plannahannah. Then we had severe thunderstorms, and they were pretty intense. Was this the day the wind happened? No, it wasn't, because my mom was here. Then I planned and I marked that I was depressed, so this time I used an Eeyore sticker just to pull in more Disney for this week. Then I did my makeup and went and picked up my prescription on my way to work because I was able to get it filled, and it ended up being super easy. I made it out to be a way bigger deal in my head than it actually was, and now it's a lot easier and it's actually kind of more convenient. So peace out, Walgreens, I don't miss ya. And then I went to work. Sunday the 26th, I used a sad Mickey to mark that I was depressed again. Then this day I did laundry. I did both, just a ton of laundry in general from the week, and then I did my bedding. And then I took a nap in my clean bedding because depression and exhaustion from going back to work and stuff just hit me. NASCAR's back on, and they were at Fontana this week, which used to be my home track when I lived in California, and it's the last time they're racing on that track as a 2-mile track, so I wanted to mark that occasion. And then I played Disney Emoji Blitz and Animal Crossing during the race to round out my week and my lazy Sunday. I just adore that bottom washi overlay from Alicia Craft, especially because I didn't know how I was gonna, what I was gonna do with this 30mm big strip of washi, because I didn't really have anything to split it. And then here I'm just putting in the scripts that I formatted and Hannah foiled for me. And again, they're in the wrong font, so keep an eye out for the Z on Thursday. It just makes me laugh at this point. That's one thing I've gotten way better about, is I used to be super stressed and anxious about making my planner perfect, and now I can kind of laugh about mistakes. As much as they might kind of bug me a little, I find it more funny than I do annoying, and I can just laugh about it. So I am appreciating that side of myself, which is something I haven't seen before, so I feel like that's a new quality that I'm kind of learning and feeling out, and I'm wondering if it doesn't have to do with work rubbing off on me, because everything at work will never be perfectly organized and perfectly perfect the way I want it to be. So I don't know. Food for thought. But basically, this plan with me was a mess from the second I started filming it until I got my scripts and went to lay them down and realized I forgot one, and including filming this voiceover and having it be interrupted with a fire. Luckily, everyone's safe, everyone's fine. It was in a home that was being built, so they can fix the damage. But yeah, what a plan with wow, what a plan with me. I just rubbed my eyes and forgot I was wearing mascara. Oh gosh. Okay, well, we're gonna just wrap this hot mess express up. I hope you all enjoyed this. Remember, if you are struggling, you are not alone. My DMs for you are always open. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and become one of my friends here, and help me hit my goal of hitting 1,000 subscribers this year. Leave any questions in the comment section down below, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye, friends.